my gorgeous people. It is Lala Kent. Welcome back to the bonus episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. We have my friend and trainer, Jenna Willis.
Whoop, whoop.
She got a bodice still, and obviously my heart and soul.
Hey.
From the womb to the tomb, Easton Birmingham. Welcome.
Yes.
So I wrote on the Instagram page that we were talking with you today about health, wellness, and fitness.
Yes.
And
loves it.
there were quite a few people that wrote in with a lot of questions. Some of them similar. I screenshotted so many. I don't think we'll get through all of them.
Yeah.
But I can also, if you guys want to follow Miss Jenna Willis, MSJenna Willis on Instagram, I'll screenshot all of them for you and whatever ones you want to answer on your page.
I would love that.
Go follow her, and she
That'd be
also
awesome.
DM. So there we go. First of all, I want to talk to you, Jenna, because not your whole life, but your life is pretty much fitness. Everything that you do and think about revolves around your mental state and your body, your physical.
Totally.
You had an accident over Christmas. What happened?
Yeah.
Because you talked about that you tore your meniscus.
Yeah.
But you didn't say how on Instagram.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
for
tell
that.
us.
She loves this. Truth is, I fell down an entire flight of stairs.
Were you wearing heels?
I was.
Okay.
And there was black ice. I was back home in New Jersey visiting family, and we were leaving the party, our family friends. And black
Lawsuit.
ice went right family friends. Definitely not. So, it's really tough to accept because you said it, right? Like it's my life, health and wellness.
It's
I
your
take care of
livelihood.
it's my livelihood. And you never think it's going to happen to you.
Right.
Because I take such good care of myself, because I value my physical and mental well-being so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show, no matter who you are, things happen in life that we don't have control of.
Right.
And nothing could have prepared me for what happened. I have been struggling for sure. Being in physical pain constantly is something that takes emotional turmoil on you. And, for anyone who is out there with an injury right now, however you did it, I just want you to know that you're not alone. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel for all of us. And there's rehab, there's PT, and there's surgery. And you will get through it, just like I am too.
Right. And you still have to go to a specialist to
Yeah.
see what route you are going to take.
Totally. So with a torn meniscus, you can, there's option of surgery, there's PT.
What is PT?
Physical therapy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so PT
And then what was the thing that you
injections.
did?
So
The-
I'm doing PRP injections to
PRP
start, which is
injections.
plasma, which is basically, you've done a facial with it, right? Yeah, so they take your blood, spin your own plasma, and then inject it back into your body.
So-
and it helps it heal itself naturally.
Okay.
So how bad have you got an X-ray on it? Because I tore
Oh, yeah,
my
I did an
meniscus
MRI.
too.
Yeah.
I did the MRI and I was in that. Yeah,
And
like
you
the
did
tube.
surgery.
I did. Yeah, so it was arthroscopic.
Yep.
I don't know. I did mine in like
you were young.
2010.
Yeah.
Is when I ripped mine.
And
But
think how far they've come since
that's what
then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
there's
don't even think that was an option. Plasma.
Right. No, I don't think it was bad. Or maybe it was. It just wasn't spoken about. Maybe
Maybe.
it was being done somewhere. And I think to each their own with it. And I think you need to listen to your body and figure out what is the best path for you, which I'm still evaluating right now. And I think when injury happens, whatever it is, whether you're in health or wellness or not, the thing that has really helped me through this is that it's telling me to slow down or shift my perspective in certain ways that maybe I couldn't see before.
I love that.
That's the only thing that's been getting me through this, in between having meltdowns, which I think is okay,
That is okay.
and allowing myself to process.
The good thing that I can tell you as well is after a meniscus tear,
Yeah.
usually coming back after it's double, it's 2 times to 10 times as strong, depending on what you got.
Yeah.
I got mine stapled
Yeah.
to my bone.
Yeah.
So my
Wow.
doctor was like, just to let you know, there is nothing that you can ever do to ruin your meniscus again.
Wow.
So that's the other thing about keeping your head up is
Yeah.
you could have a better knee than you had.
Totally.
You know,
and
or
also,
whatever
like,
part you're injured.
I hate when people say this, but it is true. Like, I didn't bust my head open. I didn't break my back.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
know?
I think it's perspective. When something happens and it could take you out, you could sit there and harp on what happened, how it happened, beat yourself up. To say, like, let's be grateful that it's this rather than that is another way to just keep your mental health okay.
But I also think I'm a goddamn athlete.
Yeah,
Of course I
but-
didn't break
but
my
look
back.
at-
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
athletes, look at all of them. And that's the other thing.
Absolutely.
When you see an athlete like you tear something and they start crying and things like that, it's like they're not even crying about the pain. They are crying because they have worked so hard for the body that they have, for the
gonna make me
food
cry.
they put
They're
in.
fine-tuned.
But
You
that's
guys are
exactly-
fine-tuned machines.
Yeah, like
That's
it's
exactly what it
crazy.
is.
And then you do everything right, and you step weird, and that was end all be all.
Yeah.
And that is like a crumbling, like
No,
really is
that's what
terrible 'cause-
hurts the most is the fact that, like, I'm not going to be able to be in my routine.
Well,
And that's what I preach is
Yeah.
teaching people how to get into routine.
Well, that's why I'm excited that you shared your story. I'm not excited that this happened, but there's a lot of people who have experienced the same thing. I sent you some of the
And-
screenshots that they say, how do I recover from injury mentally, but also physically?
That's the one thing that I want to see from you is like what you're doing while going through all
Yeah.
of this, because when I was going through it, I wasn't doing anything. So it would
So
be nice to
that's-
have somebody kind of opening the blinds and bringing some light into me.
I think it's really easy when you're in a place that you're not motivated, right? Or if you're injured and you're like, I just can't do it. The truth is, you can, and it might not be in the way that you thought you could. So, for instance, my knee is injured, both my knees. I still have the entire upper half of my
Yeah,
body.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking like,
So, right, instead of saying all hell is broken loose and my life's over,
let's
it's
get some
not.
upper body workouts
Right.
in there.
I can do chest, I can do tris, I can do bis, I can do abs, I can still do glute work, which was I think a question that was in.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're at the beginning of a fitness journey right now and you are struggling, I want to remind you of 3 things that will change your life. Start small. Set a very specific goal. Find an accountability partner. And pick something that's fun.
Yeah.
It
Like if you
it doesn't-
enjoy because some people, like I have friends where they want to get their fitness in by doing an activity. They want to
Yeah.
go on a
That's
hike.
me.
They want to play pickleball.
Yeah.
I'm the type where I'm like, I want to go to a gym or I want to lift weights. I want to squat. I don't feel like I'm going to get a workout in by
Yeah.
playing pickleball. I am if I do that.
Totally.
But in my mind, I have to sit there and be specific on what I
Yep.
feel is going to change my body the
Yeah.
most.
Because
And
I
I
like
think
walking
something
with. I
that
got a
helped-
weighted vest. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Weighted vest. I got one, but I walk in it a
Okay,
lot.
great.
Good or bad for knee? I mean, I figured
Great.
it was
It's low
good, but-
impact.
Okay,
You're
that's
fine.
what I figured.
Yeah.
But I did want to. Don't run though, right?
You can run with a weighted vest. It's just going to just be a lot harder. It's like running in general. It's really hard on your joints.
Okay, because I also
So if you're
wanna
adding
get
weight on
weights
top of that,
and run
you're adding
with
more
weights.
pressure.
Because I hate the gym. So moving on now.
Okay.
But I was very nervous. I was like, am I just fucking up my knees by doing this?
Yeah.
So
Do it
Good
when
to
you
know.
walk the dogs. I
That's
wear
what
a
I do.
weighted vest sometimes when I walk my dogs. Yeah.
that's what I
Great.
do.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by Earth Breeze. Like most people, I've been trying really hard to cut back on how much plastic I use, but with a full house and 2 babies, I'm always throwing those huge laundry detergent bottles into my recycling. But did you know that like 500 million of those bottles end up in the landfills and oceans every single year? That's why I made the switch to Earth Breeze laundry sheets. They come in plastic-free packaging, so they're more eco-friendly than traditional detergent. I love that part. I want the planet to be a better place for my girls when they grow up and have kids of their own. So Earth Breeze is an easy way to get clean clothes without all that plastic waste. And now you can get 40% off with your subscription at earthbreeze.com/Lala. That's earthbreeze.com/Lala. Give Them Lala is sponsored by BetterHelp. What do you want your 2025 story to be? Every January brings you 365 blank pages waiting to be filled. In 2025, maybe you're ready for a plot twist, or maybe there's a part of your story you've been wanting to revise. Life isn't about resolutions that fade by February. It's about picking up the pen and becoming an author of your own life. Think of therapy as your editorial partner, helping you write new chapters and create the meaningful story you deserve to live. Therapy is helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It helps empower you to be the best version of yourself. And it isn't just for those who have experienced major trauma. It's helpful for everyone. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy more affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Write your story with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/GTL to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GTL. Our first question is, how do you know what type of workouts to do if trying to lose weight and you are clueless?
Great. I love that. So my main thing is strength training. Everyone gets on the bandwagon of doing cardio, right? And I can't tell you how many phone calls I've had with women that are just like, oh, I go to the gym and I do a bunch of cardio. I do a little bit of abs and I leave and nothing's happening. The truth is, cardio is great. It's great cardiovascular health. It is not going to heed the same results as strength training. So this is the difference.
Tell us the difference.
So when you're doing any sort of cardio, right, you are burning calories while you're doing it.
Okay.
When you're strength training, you are burning calories while you're training. And then what's happening is while your muscles are rebuilding and repairing, you are also burning calories while sitting on the couch later.
Oh,
and
so
the
it's
more
continuous.
muscle, yes. And the more muscle you build, inherently the more fat you burn. So
Okay.
whenever people are like, I don't want to get bulky, the more muscle you get, the more toned you actually end up looking.
Okay.
So all you women out there who are afraid to lift a weight, I lift, and I lift heavy. You've seen it.
Right. Yeah. You know,
And you
you're
look
very
great,
fucking
and you're
strong.
petite though.
Yes.
Yes, like that's
it's
the other
all
thing.
how you fuel it as well. And how you lift.
And your diet.
Yeah, diet is a huge part of it. And how you
Well, you
lift
always
is
say you
also-
can't work out a bad diet.
No, you can't.
But what I love about you and your program, which we'll talk about at the end.
Yeah.
You're realistic.
Yeah.
You know that it's fun to have a piece of cake. You know
have
that you're
to.
going to have a night that you
Yeah, you're
order a
alive.
pizza.
This is the thing. Like I believe in creating a lifestyle that's sustainable and real. It's so annoying when people are like, it's all or nothing, or like you have to make all of these choices all the time if you want to see results. That's not the truth. Focus on positive choices 80% of the time, and in that other 20%, live your life. Give yourself grace. Because then if not, you just burn out. And then, right, you see those people have like that push-pull with fitness. It's because they're burning out.
Well,
Okay.
it's
And I hate to say
New
this, but
Year's
also
resolution.
any fad diet.
Everybody wants to go, and they burn out in the first month because they're going so often
Yeah.
lifting, and they're like, I just can't
Yeah.
do it. It's like, well, you should have gone 2 to 3 days a week and things like that. Go
Correct.
on, my fault.
Sustainability.
So this person wants to know, what's the balance between cutting calories but not ruining my metabolism cutting too much?
Ooh,
That's a
I
good
love
one.
that. That's a great one. Okay, so you guys have heard the words like macro thrown around,
Yes.
right? Do you guys know what it stands for?
No, tell us.
Okay, so macronutrients, which are basically nutrients that our body needs in large amounts for energy, for growth development, literally for functioning day to day.
Okay.
Those are macronutrients. They're broken down into carbs, fats, and proteins. Okay? You want to understand what your TDEE is, your total daily energy expenditure.
Okay.
Right? We all have different TDEE. Depending
How does
on,
one find this out?
You got to calculate it.
Okay.
It's not something where I could be like, yours is right? It's age,
would you-
height, gender.
And then how would you
Activity.
calculate it from
Right.
that? Okay.
So this is what. So then that's how you get your macros at your daily level. Okay.
Okay.
Once you understand what your macros are to maintain your weight, right?
Yeah.
Then you want to cut safely 300 to 500 calories a day to put yourself into a deficit, okay? Because that's when you're going to start to lose approximately, if you cut about 500 calories a day from what you're maintaining, right, macro breakdown is,
Okay.
you will lose approximately a pound a week.
Wow.
And obviously, look, every single body's built differently.
What if you don't want to lose weight and you just want to
so you stick
maintain?
with your maintain. Then you stick with the macro based on
Instead of
And
getting
not
rid of
cut
that
the
500,
500.
you keep that.
Understood.
So, but this is what happens is, and I have to say this because it really upsets me. People put themselves into starvation mode,
Yeah.
and that's approximately under 1,200 calories. And I cannot tell you how many women have come to me who have done programs that they're like, I have a protein shake and a celery stick a day, right?
And like 3 almonds for a snack.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart because you are putting yourself into starvation mode and your body is going to end up rejecting you for that in the long term, which is why also after all these fad diets and all these things in starvation mode, you put all this weight back on because not only are you binging after, right? And I can be very honest, I've been there. And I don't want that for anyone. It's not a healthy, happy life. And the whole idea is if you take out a certain amount, but still keep your protein high, the right macro balance, right, between the fats, the carbs, and the protein, you can see major results without being miserable.
I love that. And I feel like once you figure out your macro
That's what I do for people, by the way, too.
in your program.
Yeah.
What is your program?
So basically, I create personalized workout plans and meal plans for anyone in the world. And I specialize in women.
Okay.
So whatever your goals are, I cater them to you and I create a plan just for you. And what's really cool is I'm with you every step of the way.
And how do people sign up for this?
They message me on Instagram and I can sign them up. There's a link in my profile. Yeah, link in bio as well to my site. And you do fill out like a little initial form so I can gather some information. And what's really cool is a lot of these programs, it's a generic workout, it's whatever. I cater everything to you and I literally call you myself. I hop on the call with you and create a plan with you.
I've been on vacation with her where she's like, I have to make my calls. I'm like,
No
I'd
joke.
really like to go get brunch. Can we do that instead?
I was like, as long as it's eggs first. I'm just kidding.
Love an egg though. How does one work out their booty with a bad knee? Squats are bad for my knee.
Look
Old
at
injury.
Just the
Take it from
question.
the gimp herself right now.
Well, that's why I
Yeah.
was like, some of these questions are like right where you
Spot
are.
on, yeah. It's like you know me. So, great question. There are a ton of exercises that you can do with a bad knee. Obviously, it depends on how bad your knee is, right? If you have a full ACL tear, you're going to want to stay off of it. But no matter what, you can do seated banded abductions, driving your knees out, put a band right above your knees.
My
drive those-
most
That's
favorite.
Lala's favorite move.
Because you can do it on your back
Yes.
too.
So that's the
Lazy.
Hey.
Lazy
So,
she is.
well, this is the thing. Glute bridge, incredible, low impact on your knees. So any sort of bridge movement, add that band. You can go bilateral. You can go unilateral. So that means both legs. One single-legged. You could do standard kickbacks. Put the band above your knee. If your knee is okay to be on all fours. You got bird dogs, you got donkey kicks, you got hydrants, you got 45-degree kickouts. Girl, just hit me up. I'll help
Again,
you
you're
out.
going to hit her up at Miss Jenna Willis, MSJENNAWILLIS. Are you ready to jumpstart your wellness in 2025? I know I am. Lumen can help. So Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. It's this little device that measures your metabolism through your breath. And metabolism is so important because it's your body's engine. It's how your body turns the food you eat into fuel that keeps you going. So here's how it works. You breathe into your Lumen first thing in the morning, and Lumen can tell you what's up with your metabolism. Are you burning mostly fats or mostly carbs? And then you check the app for personalized guidance to help improve your nutrition, your workout, sleep, and even stress management. Lumen is so small that it fits right into your pocket. I usually keep mine in Sosa's diaper bag because that goes wherever I go. So I always have the Lumen with me.
I breathe into it before and after workouts and sometimes right after I eat. So Lumen can tell me exactly what's going on in my body in real time. And then I check the app for my personalized tips to keep me on top of my wellness game. Lumen can help you manage your weight, improve your energy levels, and even get better sleep. So take the next step to help improve your health. Go to lumen.me/Lala to get 20% off your Lumen. That's LUMEN.me/Lala for 20% off your purchase. Thank you, Lumen, for sponsoring this episode. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Best thing for a postpartum mom that doesn't work out but doesn't want the pooch.
You gotta
or
work
pouch.
Out.
You
gotta poof the pooch with some exercise, baby.
Yeah.
Look, diet is a huge part of it. If you're already eating clean and not seeing results, you really need to start building strength, because strength is what's going to tone your body, babe. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but start small. Literally start 5 minutes a day, full body movements. A walk is great, but you really want to start to tone.
I also want to comment on this because every body is different. Every woman handles pregnancy differently. And postpartum is a really intense time because you're also dealing with hormones. Your body has stretched, moved, organs have been placed in different directions.
Totally.
So I think first and foremost, when you look at your little pooch, because you just had a baby,
be grateful for it.
You look at that and you thank your body because what it just did is a miracle.
I love that.
Go easy on yourself and know that there are ways to get rid of it, but at the same time, embrace it.
Yeah.
That is a miracle that your body just did what it did.
Yeah.
And it could take you a year minimum to get rid of it. And I don't want that to be something that you go, oh my gosh, but more of like, okay, I'm going to give myself grace with this. And I think your diet is definitely going to come into play. But you also have to remember there are tears that can happen with the muscles. Like my stomach right now, people say like your bounce back has been great with both kids. And I'm very fortunate for that. And that is nothing but genetics. When I move a certain way, that skin looks like Grandmother Willow's face. Not a clit, but wrinkly as fuck. It's like crepe skin. I look down and I go, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it does it even when I do like the slightest movement.
Yeah.
So everybody's body, you're going to look at yourself after pregnancy and go, you know, I don't love this. And that's why I want you to take a minute to be thankful. But the things that you and I did after were subtle because it's really hard.
Totally.
You're taking care of a baby. I don't know if you're breastfeeding, but you're feeding your baby and you're sitting, you've got bottle in the mouth, boob in the mouth, whatever it is. It's a lot of fucking work.
Oh, I mean, also, look, ab separation is real.
Yeah.
And if you have not been cleared by a doctor yet, absolutely wait until that has happened. And making sure that you are engaging your core through all movements is so key. And a lot of women don't do that and don't think about how important that is. So that's something as well. And one other thing that I will say, Law, is like your bounce back is absolutely, you have incredible genetics. There's no denying that. But also, you've put in the work for years with me.
Well, thank you.
And that pays off, right? So that's also something that I like to say, and I don't even know if this was a question, but like if you've ever been on a fitness journey and you have some hiccups in life and you think all hell has broken loose, the truth is it's just like riding a bike. And it's all about how you get back up. So don't sit there and say, my life is over, I missed a week. The truth is, as soon as you get back up, your body's there waiting for you.
I
And the
love
sooner
that.
you
like
get
that
back
too.
up, it's so true though, right? And the sooner you get back up, the sooner that first step happens to where that change and that transformation is beginning again.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Your body has memory.
Totally.
It's going to remember the moment that you start. And I get it. A lot of people actually are struggling with being motivated to start.
Yeah.
So I think that goes back to you saying start small, something that you can maintain.
Set achievable goals.
Yep.
Yes, because it is the hardest thing to do when you and I start back up again. I'm like, I so want to cancel this.
she does. She does.
She'll walk in the house and be like,
But-
Jenna's coming and I so want to cancel
Can I
right
say
now.
one
I'm like,
other
I'd rather
thing?
just text her and say, want to just like have coffee and
Yeah.
gossip.
And then what do I say? I'm like, coffee and a workout? Oh, yeah. And she's like, okay. But
The
this
accountability.
Can I say something? And this is also another great cue for someone who is struggling to motivate. You say it every time. Not every time, but almost every time. Do you know what you say when we finish our workouts?
What?
I feel so much better.
Yeah.
If you can remember how you feel right after the work, I'm not talking about during. During, you're going to hate me, right?
No,
like,
I do
that's
hate
okay.
you.
Yeah. Like, oh, hell. I get cursed at, everything. We try to barter here. Like, okay, so we just have to do 5 of these, not 10, right? But is the moment you're done with that workout, take a moment and reward yourself and remember how you feel, because that is life-changing.
Yeah. The feeling of just feeling tight.
Yeah, tight and accomplished,
Of course.
right?
Yeah. This mama wants to know, almost in my 3rd trimester with first baby.
Yep.
Recs for pregnancy, safe exercises, and stretches.
I love this.
Oh, because she bumping.
Oh, she be bumping.
Fab
She's
workout,
you're close.
Not
yeah.
like you can barely sit down.
Okay. So obviously, right? Again, if you were, have you been exercising leading up to this moment or not? Because what I recommend is going to be very different. Some exercises that are safe, no matter if you've been exercising or not. Lying side leg raises are fantastic. Bird dogs are incredible. That's when you're on all fours. I hope you look these up so you know what I'm talking about. You're not just go looking at birds. She's like, she said
dog
bird watching.
exercise.
Yeah. I love a raven. So actually, bird dogs. Again, standard banded abductions are fantastic. One of your favorite squat banded abduction. You can go squat into a sumo squat. Sumo tricep extensions, a curl to a kickback. I mean, I have so many that are safe. The most important things to remember is you don't, obviously, no laying on your stomach, being on your back for long periods of time, no go. And a lot of people at this point feel wobbly. So single leg exercises, I normally don't love to do because you want to have the support of both your legs on the ground.
Right.
And any sort of pressure or extending or twisting over the core is also a no-go. Some of my favorite stretches are cat-cows and child's pose.
Oh, I love a good child's pose.
Yeah.
So with my pregnancy with Ocean, I was put on couch rest is what I call it.
Yeah,
because
no,
I
you
could
were.
move around,
I remember.
but there was absolutely no
Both.
working out at 20 weeks.
Yep.
With Sosa, I made it a little bit longer, but then if you remember, I
course.
was then having a hard time even standing without feeling like I was going to pass out. But I will say, if you're pregnant and you're cleared by your doctor that you can work out, I would do it
Oh my
because
gosh,
your
yes.
body, once you have your baby, the moment, if you choose to have an epidural, the moment that wears off, you feel like your body has just been through 5 days of strength training, no break. It is exhausting.
Yeah.
And I feel like because I worked out consistently before the pregnancies and then worked out as much as I could until the doctor told me to stop.
Yeah.
It prepped me for labor and birth.
And also your bounce back body.
Well, that part.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it the other day of someone giving birth and you're like, I hope they have the strength in their legs. Remember? Because you were just like,
well, they wanted to train with you. They said, I'm expecting a baby in a few months. And I said, that's great. I hope that she has the strength in her legs because the amount of pushing that you're doing, it's wild.
Yeah.
The best time of my fucking life. All these pregnancy ones, I was so happy.
I know.
Which is why I chose the picture of you and I when I was pregnant, when we were working out.
I love it.
This person's probably being a dick, but I thought it was funny.
Okay, let's hear it.
Best sexual, because they wrote in a bunch, all sex.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Best-
let's
So
hear
they're
it.
just hoping one
Best
got through.
sexual, and it's a guy, of fucking course, with his fucking dog.
Oh my God.
Best
He tells
sexual
everyone he's a good guy.
position to burn calories.
I mean, is this a personal question or a professional question?
Who knows?
Do you want
Take
the
a look at the
personal
guy
answer?
first.
There's no
or
HR
would you like,
here, baby.
Sir, would you like the personal answer or the professional? Straight into camera. Okay, if you really
With
want an
bands around his
answer,
legs.
pick the damn girl up and do a workout.
Like that?
Any dude. For the fact that a dude asked, okay, yes. There you go. Look at those shoulders being. Oh my God, damn,
know.
Easton.
I
Need
love
one replaced,
it.
but you know.
For girls, If you want to get in that squat position, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look
Use
back at
those
'em.
legs. Yeah.
Yes.
Look back at it.
Look back at it.
Any standing position, you're going to burn more calories than just laying there like a dead fish. All right?
I'm so dead. That is.
I wouldn't. I mean, if she's pregnant.
Well, yeah.
give her the-
Yeah, come on. Well, now we're doing a combo platter here.
Okay.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by Bolan Branch. Sleep is so important, and it's literally my most favorite thing to do. And it's something that I actually struggle with as well. I don't think I'm alone in that either. But let me share a change I made recently that seems to be helping. I upgraded to Bolan Branch's 100% organic cotton sheets. They are so incredibly soft and breathable at the same time. They make me feel instantly cozy and comfortable the second I crawl into bed. And here's the best part. They get even softer with every wash. I have the signature hemmed sheet set in white, of course, but Bolan Branch has colors for every bedroom style and mattress size. And they also have great airy bed blankets, cloud-like duvets, and so much more. You can try Bolan Branch sheets for an entire month. Seriously, you can wash, style, and sleep in them for 30 days and feel the difference for yourself risk-free. If they don't change the way you sleep, you can send them back for a full refund. But trust me, you won't be doing that. You'll love them just as much as I do after the very first night. Now's your chance to change the way you sleep with Bolan Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bolanbranch.com/Lala. That's Bolan Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/Lala to save 15%. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
This person, and I'm looking this up as you answer.
Please.
Thoughts on Yerba Mate magic tea for weight loss combined with exercise.
Oh, well, that's something that you're going to have to look up for both of us because I'm not well versed in.
Okay, so this is,
yeah,
I just,
please.
I
know
want
mate
to know.
is a natural caffeine. I know caffeine's limited, obviously, through pregnancy.
Okay.
So I'm not sure on how much Yerba Mate has in caffeine and if it's safe or not is my honest answer.
I mean, it looks like it's a supplement that you put into your water.
Just like a pill.
But there's caffeine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fiber blend, prebiotic plus probiotic, and it has chicory. I'm going to botch these. Please don't write in and tell me I'm a dumbass because noted, already know. Inulin, apple fiber, citrus, pectin, and pea fiber, PEA. So when I saw this at first, I was like, I wonder if it has senna in it.
Does it?
No, I'm not seeing any senna. But who knows if this is actually
The one that.
I'm not seeing any senna, and I highly recommend everyone
Interesting.
stay so far away. Any type of tea that claims that it's gonna like clean you out to lose weight, senna, that's the one
Oh, no.
that I literally shit myself.
So senna's good.
And it was the most.
saying.
I have no problem being
Senna
honest
sells
about
out
this.
tomorrow after this airs.
No, it actually was like a really big deal that like the amount of pain that people were experiencing in their
No.
abdomen was not okay. And I experienced this. It happened. I was with Schwartz. I didn't shit in front of Schwartz. Happened when I came home.
No wonder you guys are so close.
I was,
He wiped
but
you.
I was fucked up.
But I wipe my own ass.
So it
Okay,
is.
sorry.
It's a tea powder 3-in-1 super drink, clean energy, brain fog buster, gut health powder. So
I mean, it sounds.
that paired with exercise. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, my honest answer is, I would like to look into that a little bit more personally before I give a full answer. But
I love it.
exercise is great. And
Me saying it looks fine to me. I have in no way, shape, or form been to school for this.
Yeah.
Been with an expert on this. I'm just reading it and being like, yeah sure,
I
whatever.
wouldn't take your word for it.
I mean, it's flavored peach mango. It sounds fucking awesome. Drink up. What vitamins, protein powder, and supplements do you recommend?
Great question. So I think whenever you can get any sort of nutrient through whole foods, you're doing yourself a better service.
Okay.
Truthfully, right? So
Yeah.
most of vitamins, supplements, everything that we take is because we're not getting enough in our day-to-day food.
Okay.
So if you focus on getting whole foods that are nutrient dense, a lot of times you're going to find that you don't need supplements. Ones that I do think are great, turmeric, right?
Love it.
Magnesium. Those are like some of my favorites. If you don't eat a lot of protein, you will want to take an iron supplement,
Okay.
right? And making sure that you do bone broth is a phenomenal supplement.
Yum.
Phenomenal.
And that'll
and
clean
beef
you
liver
out.
capsules.
Beef liver capsules. I may have to
Fantastic.
get on that.
They're so good.
I started taking this pill. I guess
Yeah.
it's a supplement
Yeah.
because I started getting pain in this finger, and it felt like I slept on it wrong. And now I'm realizing because it gets stiff that I
Arthritis.
think I'm getting arthritis.
So
at
you could also
34.
have a blood flow issue. And
Okay.
a lot of times when you have a blood flow issue, it's actually coming from your cervical spine. So there could be a lack of blood flow happening, and you might just have a nerve thing going on.
So let me
Could
read
that
this
happen
to you
due
because
to pregnancy?
Totally. It can be like literally you call them micro trauma. It could
Okay.
be due to the way you sit, the way you sleep every single day, and in time that starts to build up.
okay.
So like there's certain ways that you want to sit. There's certain ways that you actually want to sleep. Yeah, that adjustment is so
Well,
right?
I bought a back band
the
too,
way
by
it's
the way.
crazy.
on
The way that
Amazon.
you get
One
in and
too.
out of your car makes the
my
world of a difference.
God.
There's things that the way that like people are at their desks all day, right? You need to counter these little movements. And just from being like this all day, you could easily get lack of blood flow, pinch a nerve or something, and you're losing circulation to your finger, and that's why it's feeling stiff.
Well, listen to what's in this
Yeah,
joint
please.
defend.
Okay.
It's got glucosamine, chondroitin, plus MSM, hyaluronic acid, boswellia, omega-3, turmeric, collagen, and L-methionine.
Okay.
Methionine? I don't know. I'll post this. These are big fucking hard words.
They're
All I know
doctor
is I
words.
Googled each one and it was like joint. And I found this all-in-one supplement on.
Have you been finding it helps?
Yes, when I miss, it's
So-
four capsules a day. And when I miss,
What?
Yeah.
I notice that there's like an issue again.
So it's helping with blood flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's also with the glucosamine maybe like oiling up my joints a bit? It's kind of
Sure.
like WD-40 for my joints.
Totally. And I don't want anyone to listen to this and be like, she said never take a supplement. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with supplements. And I also think even creatine gets a really bad rep, and taken in the right ways can be great for women, believe it or not.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Because people
Yeah,
like to do like
Seriously.
I'll believe it.
a shake, like a protein shake
Yep.
before they work out.
And then like another one after they work out.
Yeah. So you guys
Pre
ready
and
for
post
this?
workout.
Yeah. But you ready for this? As
Yeah.
long as you get protein within 24 hours,
You're fine.
you're fine.
Dang.
Yeah. So it's this,
Great.
I'm busting the myth of like you have to have it an hour after. As long as you get it within 24 hours, you're good. Now, do you want to wait 24 hours?
No.
But I
you
think
know?
most people writing in, they don't want to be they're not wanting to be bodybuilders. You know,
No.
when you think
That's
of
not-
fitness,
that's
you
not what
think
I
about
teach
these
either.
people
Yeah,
in
no.
the gym with like those 80s
Like muscle shirts.
string muscle
Yes.
shirts and they're like,
Yeah.
drink the protein shake. It's like, I'm just trying to
Oh.
get to the fucking gym.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I will say there is one supplement. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I passed over this collagen that I
Collagen.
put in my coffee daily.
Great.
So I'm like, I
And
don't take any
that's-
supplements. I just put my foot in my mouth. But
For-
I got to call myself out. So
No.
Collagen's great.
And it's also great for your hair, skin, and nails.
Yes.
Which
But
I
again,
love that.
you know, I want to go back to, and I'm not going to plug any brands here because I, you know, that's not the point of this. But where you get your supplements from is so important. There are different levels and tiers to every single supplement you're taking. So make sure you check the root of your supplements that you are getting the most out of whatever you're putting into your body, because if not, it's a complete waste.
Okay.
So like there's different levels of magnesium. There's citrate, oxide, and chelated. If you're not getting chelated magnesium, you may as well not be taking it.
Okay.
I don't want to butcher
So
this.
it's more specific.
Your body just metabolizes
Yeah.
it better. So like there's a type of magnesium, aka the one that's in calm, and your body can metabolize about 35% of that, so it's better than nothing at all.
Okay.
But it actually loosens your bowels.
Oh,
So if
I
you're
need
taking
that.
calm and you're finding yourself shitting yourself in the middle of the night,
Oh,
ding,
no.
ding, ding. Now you know why.
Now you know why.
Came here.
So I want to ask you, because a lot of people ask this as well. How many steps should someone take each day? Like, what is, if you
Sure.
look at your phone and it's like you've taken X amount of steps per
Yeah.
day, How many should someone say, I got to get this in before I am done with the day?
I mean, look, the 10,000 exists for a reason.
10,000 steps. Okay.
And I, to be honest, if you're someone that's like, I'm only getting 1,000 a day in, make it a goal to get to 2,000 a day, right? Don't overwhelm yourself. And to be completely honest, if you're someone who's just starting exercise, I would say, make it a goal 10 minutes a day to move.
Okay. That's totally
Not
doable.
even focusing on the steps so much, but move.
Yeah. Well, that's a good, even 10 minutes is like a mental
Look,
health for you.
so I've literally had clients who have come to me, have never exercised. And I said, before I even start charging you, I want you to tell me every day that you're just walking to the gym.
Wow.
And you can walk right home.
Yeah.
I just want you to start to create a habit
Of getting there.
of doing
Wow.
something.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's the hardest part.
it is.
But you know
But I
what?
like that
We're
because
going to do that together. Like
Yeah.
me and all my friends listening, because I've been out of the game too, y'all.
You're about to start back.
Yes.
This one is wanting a gym membership.
Damn, who
she was
are
like,
you?
Should
No,
we
I'm just
get
kidding.
one? I was like,
Well, there was one.
Let's
yeah.
just work out. It's right down the road. But I
Great.
like your point of like just walk to the gym because after like even 2 days or 3 days of walking there, you're like, fuck it, I'll just go in.
Yeah.
And now you've started that.
It's all about creating a habit. And once you
Yes.
realize you can conquer one, right? And that's why I said, I start with specific goals because people are like, I'm going to eat clean. The 75 hard, great if you can do it. But like when people come in and they're like, I'm going to go balls to the wall, I'm going to do everything, right? Start with one thing.
You're going to burn out.
You're going to burn out.
Well, it's like when I said, I really want to do this many days a week. And you're like, let's start with 3.
Yeah.
And then
Go from there.
go from
Go
there.
from there.
Is there a thing as overworking out? Because I know my sister,
Absolutely.
she likes to work out between cardio, strength training, like almost every day. Is there like,
Yes.
do you recommend a day off, 2
Yeah.
days off?
Yeah.
And then
So-
switching like between
Yeah.
like upper and lower.
Yeah. So recovery is key to success. And if you are not giving your body the ability to recover, you are constantly in fatigue and fight or flight mode, right? And women in particular can spike their cortisol levels if they're overdoing it, which means you're putting on fat or you're holding on to fat. So understanding the type of workouts that your body needs is also really important. There are definitely base rules that kind of work for everyone to some degree, but everybody is built differently. And that's just the truth. And if you are constantly going and going and going, your body will burn out. You will injure yourself. Take it from someone who has, not from falling down a flight of steps, okay? But truly, just from over-exercising and taking care of yourself is just as important. You're wanting to work out 5 days a week. That's totally fine. But then you need to understand how to do that and splitting up the body into certain groups.
Each of the days.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay.
you're not overdoing the muscle group, right? And tearing something overuse, whatever you could do.
Like back day, leg day, chest day.
Correct.
Instead of
that.
doing full body workout every day.
Yeah. So if you are just starting to work out, and you are looking to lose weight, again, it depends on what your goals are, right? And you're like, I'm going to start 3 days a week. Those 3 days a week, you can do full body because your body's getting a break in between.
Yeah.
If you're going to hit it and you don't want to quit it, girl, I respect you, but also figure out the split that you're going to do because you're not going to do full body Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Your body needs time to rebuild and recover, just like it needs sleep to wake up refreshed.
Well, isn't it like when you're working out, you're tearing the muscles?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you need
that's
to
exactly,
repair them.
They have
That's
to
exactly
repair.
what's happening.
Well, and I think that's a good point and also great for people who have written in because we're all trying to get back into our fitness journey. So picking 2-3 days a week and do full body just to get yourself into the routine of moving your entire body.
Yeah.
And once you're in that routine, you'll know, okay, I now know enough and I'm coming. It's now a habit.
Yeah.
To focus on my just upper body.
Yes.
And just but right now, I think that's great to note. Just get there and move your whole entire body.
Yeah, and the one thing that I will say is, I don't want anyone phoning in here, or, messaging me that, I'm doing 3 days a week and nothing's happening. Because 3 days a week is technically a maintaining stage.
Okay.
If you are trying to lose weight, okay, you do want to start, you do want to get to a point where you're doing 4 days a week.
Okay.
Right? So 3 is really a sweet spot to maintain. When you're hitting 4, 5, 6, and you are on a weight loss journey, that's when you really will start to shed.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Before we sign off, I wanted to read this one because I found it very sweet.
Okay.
Not a question, but Jenna helped me get into shape, and now I'm a personal trainer.
Woohoo! Look at that.
I wanted
Isn't that
you to
So
know that one.
you have no idea what you do. And isn't it nice to know that
That
even-
literally, like, that
It's
just
very
melts
cute,
my
right?
heart.
I know. So,
Wow. Thank you, whoever that was. Like,
her name's Fit Katie NYC.
stop.
Yeah.
Fit Katie, hit me up, girl. That makes me so happy. Let's talk shop. That's
Yeah. So
Thanks for that.
it's much more for people than just. I always say that the body that you'll get is kind of the cherry on top. It's everything else that comes with
The mental
moving
state.
and your mental health
yeah.
that comes with it. And like Jenna said, I always leave and I'm like, I feel so much better. And it's not about my body, but my mind feels clear and I feel inspired and ready to kind of take on the fucking day.
Yeah. The physical works brings in mental clarity.
Absolutely. So I want to thank you for sharing so much.
This has been a
And
great one. I like
it
that.
really has been a great
Hell
one.
yeah.
People love when we deep dive into stuff like this.
Yay.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another bonus episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Again, my guest was dear friend and trainer Jenna Willis. You can find her on Instagram at MSJENNAWILLIS, Miss Jenna Willis. And you can click a link in her bio. She also does personalized programming. So slide in her DMs, do your thing. Again, Happy New Year. Let's take on 2025 together. When should we stop saying Happy New Year? When is that?
Didn't Larry David do a whole thing
He
on
did,
it?
yeah.
I say after this week, we're good.
I think after this week, we're good too. This will air on Monday, so it's the 13th. You will never hear Happy New Year from me again. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on Wednesday for the regular episode.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all three? I'm getting really good at that.